Is 2024 gonna end in recession, and is your crypto and stocks gonna get wiped? I'm your host, Coin Central. Let's get right into the video. More like Finance Central. Ha 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 ha. No, guys, I get it. Look, we gotta figure out if we're really in recession before you fill those bags, right? And there's a big problem right now, and that is nobody knows for sure what's gonna happen next. But you know, the Feds, they say it's all fine. Is it all fine? We don't know for sure. But it's definitely a good point, as they didn't raise interest rates. Otherwise, we would be entering a global meltdown. That's a pretty scary thing. I don't want a global meltdown, basically. But that being said, we do have a lot of possibilities of what happens next. So that's a pretty awesome thing that I'm excited for you guys to show you on what exactly will be going on. So are we in a recession? The current answer is we don't know. But the fair answer is there's some key takeaways that you can decide for yourself if we are going to be in a recession in 2022, 2023. That's going to be the big difference about it. So the pace of U.S. economic growth picked up third quarter, growing 4.9%. Its fastest rate of growth as measured by gross domestic product since fourth quarter of 2022. So that's obviously a good sign, and the numbers don't lie, right? So people say the government lies, we're still in a recession. You have to decide for yourself, really. The traders who long Bitcoin, you know, we're not too sure if the market's going to crash. But so far, as long as we continue at this pace, we could be seeing people spending still a lot. People are still spending a lot. You know, they're spending vacation. They're spending things like that. They're spending on real estate. There's tons of money in the market, really. And that's a potentially good thing. There are significantly more job openings than there are available workers. So there, you know, people aren't without a job. As long as people are with jobs, it's very hard to enter a recession, right? Because if people are productive, how can you get a recession like that? The economy's current growth rate is slower than 5.8% recorded in 2021. Like 2021 was an amazing bull run. We saw the fastest growth in calendar year since 1984. GDP grew as much as water rate 1.9. So of course there's going to be some retractment. But strong consumer spending continues to boost corporate earnings and fuel stock market gains. The economy stay on track, where Fed's aggressive toward interest rates allow us to successfully tackle the inflation threat, the economy toward a soft landing and avoiding recession. Howard says investors should stay attuned to a variety of factors that could work in economy's favor. So crypto is growing. Real estate is kind of taking a slow retractment, but it's honestly not that terrible. I'm actually pretty excited. If you're thinking that the market is going to recover, it just might. You know, nobody's going to be wrong on this one. With the benchmark SP gaining more than 20%, from that point, stocks surrendered some of these gains, and the year-to-date uptick was trimmed to less than 11% near the end of October. So, that's not that bad. That's not terrible. But could be a lot better. Could be definitely a lot better. Shows more strength in the coming months that would work to benefit other sectors of the market dependent on the favorite economic trends. So how will Fed react to recent economic data as it considers future interest rate policy moves? And I personally predict from my research and what I've seen is that the Feds are most likely going to cut the rating not soon, but could be, I'm saying could. Take it with a grain of salt in April 2024. 2024 is probably going to be a great year for the markets also. I'm kind of interested for that. 2022 was chaotic. 2023 is almost coming to an end, which is pretty much insane. Home prices have recorded a short-lived decline, and 30-year mortgage topped 6-7%. House affordability is now the bigger concern. How can people move in houses? Is this going to cause a recession? I think possibly. Like, the rents are so high. Even my rent, it's high. Everyone has to pay rent unless you live with parents. If you live with parents, that's good too. I actually think that's a good idea if you live with parents. You know, but the issue is people don't have a choice and they have to live with parents. Now that's a bad choice. That's bad. That's really, really bad. So how is that fair? Like, most people having to live with parents, you know? But what do you guys think about this? I'll keep you guys updated with more news. So far, the question is, we are not currently a recession. and we're not going to be in 2024. It's looking positive if the markets continue like this. If we don't get some catastrophe, if we don't get, maybe we could lose 1/3 of the oil in the world. Maybe a meteorite could crash. Then we're entering recession. But right now, it seems like the market is recovering exactly as they plan. 2022 was pretty terrible, but we're seeing the same level of growth as we did 2021. Now, is this going to be sustainable? This you have to decide for yourself. The interest rates are insanely high. People are saying we're in a recession. The Fed's saying we're not in a recession. People have been saying we're in a recession for the last 20 years. So yeah, that gives you some form of an opinion. Smash that like button, by the way. I'll keep you guys updated and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, peace everyone.